The most underserved demographic in the whole population now are young men. So you see more things with suicides and deaths and incarcerations and a decline in male jobs. It's been a decline in mental health. And it seems like there has been failure to launch. More young men are staying home longer, living with parents longer, living with family longer. I can only imagine what it feels like as a young man. Maybe you're in college, maybe you're pushing 30 years old now, and you're trying to figure out how to launch your life into a way that would make sense for you. There has been delayed patterns of men getting ahead in the game, and there's many reasons as to why that is. The one topic that I really want to get specific with young men on is about money and finance. And I say that because I am no relationship expert, but I am definitely someone who knows a lot more about money and finance. My degree's in money and finance. I am a multi-millionaire. I have won and I have lost big, and then I've won again, and now I'm on the path of trying to figure out how to help others win as they move forward and as life changes. I say that because I have a 28-year-old son. I also have a 24-year-old daughter, and I started talking to him and his friends about all things money and finance a handful of years ago. And when I started to do that, I started to realize that they didn't know much about the details and the way to build up long-term financial stability and long-term financial freedom, which I think is what most people are looking for. And so when I talk to these young men and they're trying to figure out how to get ahead financially or find out what their career path's going to be, or we start talking about retirement and the millions of other ways that are so far down the road about money and finance, I just think it gives people this feeling of not being able to win the game that they're trying to play. And part of that struggle then leads into a lot of other parts of their life that then cause problems as well. And I think learning about money and finance is very, very important. And of course, another thing that I say all the time is that life is not meant to do alone. Part of why I got married super young is as a very young man, I met who was my wife for a really long time. She, wanted to do business together, and she gave me a little bit of that drive that I think I needed in order to feel successful as a man. And because of that, we got married probably way too young, and lucky for us for the next 25, almost 30 years, it worked out great for us. We're now divorced and moved on now. But I will tell you, as someone who got divorced when I was 49 years old, who had never lived alone, been single, worried about dating and doing all those things as I went back out into the world, life is not meant to do alone. And it's keeping this long-term relationship issue where men are trying to figure out how to have these long-term relationships. It was funny because I know for a while in my son's 20s, as far as I know, he didn't have a girlfriend. And it's funny because he does now. And it seems amazing to me how much happier and healthier and much more joy in his life that he's having. And what I want to talk about is that in many ways, if we're not making a lot of money or we're not sure what our career path's going to be, and maybe we're not in good shape or we're not maybe this good looking, big, tall, strong, strapping guy, then a lot of those men are trying to figure out how they're going to attract somebody to do life with it. For men, it's figuring out a way to get smarter, to level up, to figure out a game plan, one, to get your own shit together, but two, then long-term figure out how to mesh your life with somebody else's life. What comes along with that then is, as I started doing this and I started talking with my son and his friends, what I've learned is the more I talk to young men, the more that young women also get involved and want to talk to me as well. Because if they feel like the person that they might date or end up long-term with isn't also financially viable, it causes lots of drama in these relationships. And young men, I will tell you this. If you are dating or you have a girlfriend or you are married, I promise you, you're going to want to talk about these things. You're going to want to be on the same page financially, and they're going to want to win at this game as well moving forward. And I know that because from someone who sells houses for a long time, a lot of reasons why people sell houses is because the finances aren't matching up anymore. Somebody spends too much, someone doesn't get it. They're always feeling like they're paycheck to paycheck, and they're not going to potentially win that long-term game. And that's the whole point of what this channel is all about. So if you're someone, especially young men, that are looking to figure out a way to learn the game of money and finance and learn how to become financially viable, whether that's learning how to get a better job, whether that's learning how to make more money, whether that's learning how to play the short game, the medium game, and the long-term game. Because I think a lot of times what happens is people don't have mentors, people don't have people in their lives that can help them do these things. And for those of you that don't have that, I want to be that for you. We want to be able to guide you and teach you and have someone you can reach out to so that you can understand and win, not just at the game of money and finance, but also figure out how to communicate and interact with that significant other. I'm really looking at you young guys and talking directly to you. And hopefully as we can help you guys get your things together as far as life goals, financial goals, and understanding how all this works going forward, it will bleed into all the other circles and all the other parts of your life that will make things better as well. Check out another video we did right here that will help you learn more about money and finance.